My relationship came to an end last Friday night, and she is still unaware of it. Before heading to concert with her friends, I overheard my girlfriend chuckle and say I shaved every inch of myself just in case. Her friend burst into laughter. I stayed silent. The next morning, while she was still groggy from the night before, she found her belongings neatly packed by the front door. I did not raise my voice. I did not shed a tear. I did not demand answers. That single sentence she uttered was I needed to hear. Her words haunted me all night while she was out just in case. It was a light-hearted confession that she was open to seizing any opportunity with someone else if it arose. To her and her friends, it was a playful quip, but to me, it was a stark revelation of her disregard for me and our 2 year relationship. Her name is Emily. We share my apartment. We say my apartment because my name is the only one that leaves. A detail that would soon prove significant. She was getting ready in the bedroom with her friends Sarah and Rachel while I was in the living room supposedly watching TV. The door was silently open. Their voices drifted out. They were buzzing with excitement, chatting about the band, their outfits, and how much they planned to drink. Then came Miss Remark, bold and unapologetic. Rachel howled with laughter. Sarah chuckled seemed more reserved. I noticed, but she laughed too. My stomach dropped. I did not move. I sat frozen on the couch, starting at the mounted TV. Her words looping in my mind. It was not just in the implication or incidentally. It was a deliberate, carefree way she said it. The fact that she shared with her friend, turning my potential betrayal into the light-hearted joke for their night out. When they emerged from the bedroom, Emily was radiant. She would spend hours perfecting her hair and makeup. She wore a dress I would never seen before. She leaned over and gave me a quick, obligatory kiss. We are heading out. She said, her tone cheerful. Don't wait up. It's going to be a late night. All right, I replied, my voice steady. Have a good time. Stay safe. She did not sense anything was off. She did not catch the look in my eyes. She only saw the agreeable boyfriend she was leaving behind as she kept her option open. Left and the apartment fell silent. For about 10 minutes, I just sat there. I did not feel anger. I felt a sudden clarity. It was as if a switch had been flipped. All the subtle warning signs from the past 2 years suddenly formed a clear pattern. The way she would tilt her phone away from me, the late night work events that stretched until 2 a.m., the way she would speak a little too warmly about her exes, it all clicked. So I got to work. I started in the bedroom's closet. I pulled out 3 different bags and a few empty boxes from the shelf. I went through her side of the closet, carefully removing each piece of clothing, folding it and packing it away. Her shoes went into a box. In the bathroom, I gathered all her cosmetics, her countless creams and serums into another box. I was meticulous, ensuring nothing was damaged. This was not about rage or destruction. It was a calm, systematic removal and eviction. I picked everything, her novels, her tablet, the small keepsakes on her bedside table. By 3 a.m., every item of hers in my apartment was neatly packed and stacked by in the front door. I placed her keys on top of the main box. I took a photo of the pile. Time stamped at 3:07 p.m. Then I went to sleep in the guest room. I could not bring myself to sleep in our bed. She stumbled in around 4 a.m., loud and intoxicated. I heard her trip over a box and swear. Then there was a long, heavy silence. James, she called out. Her voice was suddenly small, sobered. I did not respond. I heard her move through the apartment. She checked the bedroom. She saw the empty closets, the cleared off surfaces on her side of the room. I heard her sharp gasp. James, what is this? She shouted, pounding on the guest room door. Open the door. What's going on? I remained silent. I put in arc plus. After about 20 minutes of her yelling and sobbing, she stopped. I heard her dragging the bags and boxes out the door one by one. Took her nearly an hour. The sound of the front door slamming shut was most relieving sound I would be ever heard. She started blowing up my phone immediately. Calls I ignored, text that shifted from confusion to anger to desperation. I let them pile up. I finally drifted off around dawn. When I waked, I felt a peace I had not known in years. I went to kitchen for coffee and saw a furious sticky note on the counter. I cancelled it without reading it and tossed it in the trash. My first call was not to her, but to my sister Lauren. Lauren's a lawyer. She's sharp, practical, and never cared for Emily. It's done, I said when she answered. I told her what I would overheard and what I would done. Good, she said immediately. Then her legal mind took over. All right, let's stay ahead of this. Is her name on the lease? Not just mine. Perfect. That makes her a guest, not a tenant. You can revoke her access to your home at any time for any reason. You returned all her belongings so she can't accuse you of theft. First step, change the locks today. Locksmith coming at 10 a.m. I said smart move. She replied. Next, the car off the car. A year ago, Emily's old clunker broke down. She wanted a sleek new car, but her credit was terrible. She pleaded with me to co-sign for a 2-year-old BMW. I was reluctant, but eventually agreed. My name was on the loan alongside hers, and my credit was the main reason it was approved. She made the payments, but the loan was my responsibility too. What about the car? I asked. As a co-signer, you have rights. Loan explained you are equally liable for the debt, which means you also have a claim to the assessed if the primary borrower defaults or breaches the loan terms. Find the loan agreement. Read me the section on delinquency and disposition. I dug out the loan documents from my files. I found the clause. It stated that if a payment was over 30 days late, the lender could repossess and be held without notice. It also mentioned the co-signers duty to inform the lender of any change in the borrower circumstance that might impact the ability to pay, like a change in address or job status. She will try to use the car to manipulate you. Lawrence said they might threaten to stop payments, leaving you with the debt, or use it to force a conversation. We need to neutralize that. Keep that document ready. The locksmith came and went. The new case felt researching in my head. Then I did something I should have been sooner. I reviewed our shared finance. She would send me her half of the rent and utilities via PayPal each month. I scrolled through the past year's transactions. Sure enough, she would have been late 4 times. One payment was delayed by about 2 weeks. I took screenshots for each late payment, timestamps included. This was proof. It was not about the money, it was about documentary her unreliability. The next battle was predictably our mutual friends. By Saturday afternoon, the smear campaign started. My friend Tom texted me, "Hey, Emily is going off in the group chat. She is saying you lost it," and threw her out for no reason while she was asleep. People are freaking out. Ministry painted me as a jealous, controlling landing who would been waiting for an excuse to dump her. She completely left out her saved comment. She framed it as me having a sudden breakdown. I called Tom. She's not telling the truth. I'm sure you can guess there's more to it. I figured, he said, but she is convincing, crying, saying she's afraid of you. I had to treat Ted carefully. A public back and forth would get messy. I needed something concrete. I thought of Sarah, the friend who had been there when Emily made the comment. Her laugh had seemed hesitant. I found her number and texted her. "Hey Sarah, I know this is awkward, but I have a question. Was I wrong to be upset by that Emily said last night before you left?" I reply was instant. "No, you were not. It was a lousy thing to say." I told her that in the car. This was my chance. She was telling everyone I kicked her out for nothing. Would you be willing to share what was said after in the group chat or elsewhere? I'm not trying to start drama. I just want the truth out there. 10 minutes passed with no response. I thought she was staying out of it. Then my phone pinged. It was a screenshot from Sarah. It was from their girls group chat, timestamped Friday at 9:50 p.m. About 20 minutes after they left my place. Raquel had written that cute drama is totally eyeing you. Minister replied, "I know, right? Here's happening." Winking face with tongue, Wood thinks I am ready. Sarah had responded with just an eye roll emoji. This was undeniable proof. It was not just a thoughtless remark. It was a deliberate intention. The joke continued after she left me. I sent the screenshot to Tom. This is what she said. I texted, "Feel free to share it in the group chat." I'm not fighting her, but people deserve the truth. Tom simply was quiet. Wow. Sharing now. I can only imagine the shows that screenshot called. Within an hour, I had text from three other friends. Man, I'm sorry. We should have known better. Emily is out of line. Her support crumbled. The native sheet spam was shattered by one piece of evidence from a friend with integrity. Emily went berserk. She accused Sarah of betraying her. Sarah, according to letter text from Tom, simply said, I'm not lying for you, Emily. What you did was wrong. Sarah then left the group chat with the social storm handled. I focused on the car. I knew she would try to use it against me. On Monday morning, I got an angry email from her. I would block her number. So email was her only option. The subject, the car. You think you can destroy my life and walk away. You co-signed for my car. If you don't make me talk this out, I will stop paying. Let's see how your perfect credit holds up. Your move. It was exactly what Lauren predicted. But I felt calm. Her return date was precisely what I needed. It was a clear intent to default on the loan. I did not respond to her. I called the auto finance company. I spoke to loan officer and explained the situation clearly and factually. Hello, I am James Carter, co-signer on loan number 45662. The primary borrower is Emily Watson. I am calling because I am believe the assist is at the risk. Mr. Watson no longer lives at the address on file. I don't know her current stable address. She also emailed me this morning at 8:42 am, stating her intent to stop payments, violating the loan agreement. The officer was professional. Do you have that email, sir? Yes, I said. I can forward it. Please send it to our collection department. I will provide the email address once we have to it. We will open a case. Given her started intent to default and her unstable address, we may need to secure the assets. Do you know the vehicle's current locations? I did. Tom had mentioned Emily was staying at Richard's place. I knew Richard's address. The car is likely parked near her this address. I told the officer, thank you, Mr. Carter. We will handle it from here. We will be notified of any actions taken. I sent Emily's email to the bank. Then I waited. I would simply report a risk to their assessed. It was my duty as a co-signer. Their response was up to them. 2 days later, on Wednesday evening, I drove home from gym and took a detour past Reckless building. There it was. A Tom truck was hooking up Emily's BMW. Emily and Rachel were on the sidewalk shouting at the report man who ignored them with the calm judgment of someone who used such scams. Emily was sobbing, a full meltdown. I did not linger. I drove by just another car in traffic. I did not feel victorious or smug. I felt a quiet sense of balance returning. She had made hard choices. These were the results. The response session sparkled immediate fallout. She left a dozen furious voicemails on my now unblocked phone. I would unblock it to hear her reaction. She threatened to sue me for stealing her car, for ruining her life, for everything. They were hello threats of someone who would lost all leverage. I listened, saved them to a folder on my laptop, and blocked her number again. The final chapter closed about a month later. Things had calmed down. I met Sarah from coffee to thank her. She said Emily had burned all her bridges, eliminating everyone with her lies and drama. She was still at Rakan's, but tensions were high. She was broke, careless, and miserable. One afternoon, I got a call from an unknown number. I don't usually answer, but I was expecting a call from a vendor, so I picked up. Is this James Carter? A professional sounding woman asked. I am Linda, property manager of Oakwood Residences. I am calling for a landlord reference for an applicant. Emily Watson. She listed you as her most recent landlord. I nearly laughed. The audacity was staggering. She was trying to use me to rebuild her life after everything. I can assist with that, I said, keeping my tone professional. Great, Linda said. Can you confirm Miss Watson was your tenant for the past 2 years? I can confirm she lived in my apartment for about 22 months. I said carefully, but she was never on the lease. She was a long-term guest. There was a pause. I see. Did she contribute to rent? She did, sending me her share of rent and utilized monthly. We had those payments on time. I checked my saved screenshot. My record shows she was late 4 times in the last 12 months. February, May, August, and October last year. The August payment was 60 days late. Let's see. Linda said her tone cooler. One last question. Would you rent to Mrs. Watson again? I paused briefly. No comment. I said alright. She said thank you. Mr. Carter. She hung up. I knew Emily's application had just been rejected. I had not lied. I had not standard her. I would given a prospective landlord accurate, documented facts about her unreliability.